Do you wear auditions? Do you wear glasses when you go to your auditions?
I don't think. Well, I haven't really auditioned lately. I'm trying to think when I last time I did. Did I take them off? I think I did take them off.
You took them off.
Yeah, I haven't worn glasses that long, so I don't have a whole lot of like experience. But yeah, I did take them off.
One of my headshots shows me with glasses,
Hmm.
and that's the one that
They
is like
like,
mostly submitted.
yeah.
And because I do wear glasses, right?
Hmm.
And like I do need them. They're like people will try them on and they'll be like, there it's not really a prescription here. And I'm like, there is.
Trust me, I know the difference.
When I do my headshots, the glasses had no lenses.
Hmm.
The photographer was like, you can't wear your glasses, but
Oh,
here, these
because
ones.
the flare. Yeah.
Hi, see you can see.
Yeah,
And
same.
yeah. And so I went into this audition yesterday. And was it yesterday? Was it Friday? Whatever day we were supposed to do this.
Right.
And I go into the audition and they had me like do it. And then they were like, oh, can you take off your glasses because of the light?
Hmm.
And that's clearly the take that they submitted.
Right.
But
Do you do contacts?
no, because I like my glasses on my face.
Hmm.
The company that wanted to see me in the first place liked me in my
The
glasses.
glasses.
So then I was like, do I just get like lens-free glasses? But then I was like, that's stupid to like, do people do that?
I think people do that because if you're just trying to give the vibe, but I've known people, well, not known them, but like there's whole season, the show New Girl. She wears glasses on that show. There's no lenses in those glasses ever.
Because there can't be. There just
They're
cannot
just
be.
chilling.
There
So yeah.
can simply not be. Anyway. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Workplace Comedy, the podcast where we hash out what happens on the daily grind. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Sam Everett Baker, and I'm here with
Michelle Oh. Everybody. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Michelle.
How are you?
I'm good, other than the frustration with with my glasses. How was last week for you?
It feels like a lot of celebration because we had like Lunar New Year and then
Mm-hmm.
we had Valentine's Day. It's just I feel like I'm just rolling from one thing to the next.
In
It's
good ways.
no, for sure, in great ways. I just feel like it's starting to like blur out somewhere in the middle. It's always fun when you have mixed heritage and then you hit all these things and you're just like running around.
Yeah.
So Chinese New Year is fun, but yeah, it was like, and then Valentine's Day is just fun because like I've never like growing up. Valentine's Day was always a day like our mom would like buy us like fun stuff. Like we would wake up and there would be like giant teddy bears on our bed and like all it was just always fun. So it's like we still do that. Like me and my sisters, we still like give each other gifts and like I give gifts to like I didn't do it this year, but like I'll give gifts to just like friends and stuff just because it's just fun. It's just love. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy you're here. If you weren't here,
Yeah.
I'd fucking suck. Have some candy.
If you weren't here, eat some chocolate.
I love you.
Have some chemicals. Have some
Let's
chemicals.
do it. Mm-mm-mm. So that was fun.
That's good. I don't really care about Valentine's Day. I do not care about Valentine's Day.
Right. Yeah.
What'd you do for Lunar New Year?
You eat all the foods, the foods that you eat. That's
Okay.
it. There's
The
certain
food?
things. Yeah, there's certain things that you have to eat for like good luck and stuff like that. So you have like noodles and like fish and certain fruit. We have like it's like dragon fruit and you have oranges and stuff like that. So it's fun. And then if you're single, you get money. That's fun.
But if you're unsingle, you don't get
You
money?
give the money.
Uh,
I'm happy.
I mean, I'm on the proper end of this deal in the present moment. But if I weren't, what's the distinction? Is it just
I
like
don't.
two incomes?
I honestly, Sam, I'm not gonna front. Like, I don't know. I just like the money. The part of
Okay.
my family that would have been able to give me that full information, like my mom's family was so goddamn old. Like her dad was almost 70 when she was born.
Oh,
So by
wow.
the time she was like 8, he had passed, and his whole because they're old as hell. So she had like half brothers that were like in their 40s when she was born. So like my uncles, like I remember them, but I was very, very young when they were around. So it's like I just remember bits and pieces and all the different stuff that he would make for us to eat and the stories he would tell us and all that kind of stuff. But it's PC and we just kind of like mm, it's fun. Let's
Yeah.
have party.
Give me food.
Give
Give me
me the
food.
food.
Let's
Yeah.
do some food and let's do it.
It was fun though. It's always a vibe. And then for Valentine's Day, like my sister is a huge horror fan. So she
Okay.
turns everything into a horror. So she did like a My Bloody Valentine sort of theme.
Okay.
And we watch like Bride of Chucky and it's like half horror, half hearts and stuff like that. It was fun.
Nice. I'm trying to remember what I did on Valentine's Day. I didn't work, I remember, and
That's good.
I remember thinking that was weird as hell because like I didn't request it. Oh, you know what I did?
What did you do?
I watched the Peacock show Traders.
Who's in that one? It sounds familiar. I cannot place it.
It's a reality competition show.
Okay.
And the current cast of characters, it has Phaedra Parks,
Wait.
Esquire. Yeah.
Whoa.
Are you
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
watching this?
whoa,
Are
whoa.
you
No,
watching?
I'm not, but I'm just like I didn't realize there was like reality stars. When you said it like it's a like a show, I was like, okay, just random people. I didn't know that they picked people from other shows.
So we
Now,
have
okay. Talk to
the real
me.
the Real Housewives that we have Phaedra, we have
Okay.
Sheree, both from Atlanta.
She by Sheree.
She by Sheree in the flesh. We also have Tamra from Orange County. Feel how you feel.
She's fucking nuts.
Like, and not fun to watch anymore.
No, it's not fun crazy. It's like somebody help her crazy.
Orange County, there are no hinges. I don't know what those doors are resting on, but they are just swinging. Those Orange County people. Mercedes Javid of Shaws of Sunset, which I never watched.
No, you should watch that. That's good. That's good TV.
People have told me I know who MJ and Reza are, and then I remember
Right.
Asa with her Diamond Water. One time I called
Oh,
Asa's Diamond Water company, and I
yeah.
was like, "Can I buy some Diamond Water?" And they're like, "No." And then I was like, "Well, then why are you
What are
answering the
you
phone?
doing
So
here?
you're not selling it?" Anyway, because I was like, "I want Asa's Diamond." Like I remember starting to watch it, and then I never kept up. But
It's
maybe I'll
worth
go back.
it. It's a
Maybe I'll go back.
mess, but it's worth it. And it's nice because they actually all know each other. So it's not like so contrived.
Yeah,
It's
they're like actual. Yeah.
yeah.
And then there's if you remember the challenge on
Honey,
MTV,
you know I remember the challenge at MTV. Is it CT?
CT is
Oh
there.
my
Johnny
god.
Johnny Bananas is there.
Uh-huh.
Trishelle of the Real World Las Vegas
Trishelle!
fame is there.
Yes.
We have Peppermint from RuPaul's Drag
Oh
Race.
wow.
And we have, which I mean, the way they did her, I have notes. Trishelle, I feel different about you than I used to.
Ooh.
And then we have one of the bachelors
I've never watched
there. We have one of the bachelors, and it's funny because the episode I was watching, they were like, how do you like this better than, or what was more stressful, this or the Bachelor? And he's like, the Bachelor times 20.
Oof.
And then they were like, I thought it would be wonderful for like a kid, because he's like 20 something, for like a man your age to like have all that many women going after you. And he's like, that's actually what makes it bad. He was like,
Wow.
it's not good. Some Big Brother people, which I watched season 1, I think, and then we have some Survivors.
Survivors
Um,
is.
and then we have Alan Cumming, hosted by Alan Cumming,
Wow.
at a castle in Scotland. And it's like, if you remember the improv game Mafia,
Yeah.
where it's like someone is the killer and you have to go around
Yeah.
shaking the hands, and then you can't attend and you die. It's similar idea. So it's basically they're all faithfuls until 3 traitors are chosen.
Mm.
And the traitors have to then vote all the faithfuls out. And at the very end, if it's all faithfuls, we're going for $250,000. If it's all faithfuls left at the table, I don't know how many people are left at the end, probably 3. If it's all faithfuls, they split the money. But if
Mm-hmm.
there's even one traitor, the traitor takes all of it.
Ooh.
The traitor takes all. And so, and I hadn't seen it because I just hadn't seen it. And then it was Valentine's Day, and what did I do? I think I made my own pizza and wings.
That's awesome.
and then I had probably rosé, and then I just sat and I watched it, and I had a yabba day all time. It was such a and because I think there are like 4 when I started Valentine's Day, there were probably like 3 or 4 episodes left. I think now we have 1, maybe 2 left.
Oh wow.
And so, I mean, I marathoned it. It was splendid.
How many episodes did you watch? Like how many are there?
Probably like 8 or something.
Are they hour long or are they like
They're
half
like an
hour?
hour, yeah. It's
Oh,
like, no, yeah.
stop.
It's honey, I did this. Well, because remember, I'm nocturnal.
That's true.
Yes, watch it. It's on Peacock. If you
Okay.
like this kind of thing, it's great. And it's funny because all of the challenge and the competition people were like, the housewives are stupid. And literally, it's been the house. Phaedra Parks is in
Ooh,
here, out here,
she's
everywhere, up
crazy.
and
Like
down.
she is
She
cunning.
And I would love to go to dinner with her. Like, I think she
Ooh,
is fast. And I mean, I liked her when she came out on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, I remember. And now, unfortunately, her exit from the Real Housewives of Atlanta was
yeah.
like not
That
good.
was nuts.
She was not her highest self. She was
She
not
was
rooted in
not.
dignity. No, there's like a death episode. I mean, it's so theatrical. The show, you would love it. And
Okay.
Nicole would love the hell out of this.
Okay, I'll
It's
let her know.
so theatrical, and literally everyone is just glammed every step of the way.
Oof.
Like, Peacock knows what this is, and it's literally just for fun. There's no
Right.
stakes, and there's so many stakes at the same time.
I love this. I'm gonna have to
Um,
watch this.
yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend. I'm having a blast. I would say get on it. If you're anything like me, you will marathon it in probably 2 sittings because it is kind of a lot. But
I will report back because that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of good people on there.
yeah,
Sure.
it's comes out Thursdays. Yeah, Sheree, who said 3 words the entire time, and I don't even think she knows what show she's on, and none of us know how she's made it this far, but she has. Um,
Playing dumb and just like slide through the cracks, honey.
I mean, it really, and literally everyone was like, the housewives are dumb, like they're not gonna, and the housewives have been running this whole show
I love
and
this.
it was like one of my friends was telling me about a conflict that they were having at work.
Hmm.
And it was they're like at a supervisor level,
Okay.
like a director basically. And
Right.
then the person, well, this is like an intern level,
Mm-hmm.
and just the way and Gen Z, and the way that this Gen Z person was coming at my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, well, you could have just said this, and then they're like, no, you can't, like, and I'm like, no, you can say this, like whatever they come at you with, just rebut bluntly,
Yeah.
just okay,
Let
why? Why? Okay, why didn't you? Well, what about it is so what about it is so challenging?
Mhm.
Please tell me because I need to know, because this is something that is we think is at your level of ability and capacity,
Whoop,
and if it's not, why
whoop.
tell me what it is. We'll work on it. We'll figure it out.
Mm,
And then my friend was like, "How did you get so good at this?" And I was like, I watched Real Housewives. Like,
listen,
people sleep on the Real Housewives. You can gain some social
you
skills.
can learn. You can learn a thing or two.
Just a little
Just pay
bluntness.
attention.
And I don't like a confrontation.
Right.
Short
Right.
of either you make it to where I don't see this shit again, or I will.
You do
But I don't like.
too.
Yeah, I don't like confrontation, but sometimes
You
you
don't
got to do it.
listen. You have to, or you get run
And
over.
Miss Phaedra part, I mean, I wish I could say some of the things, and I could, but I just don't want to ruin it for you. But the way that
Oh my god.
they will come at her, and then she will just okay, and blah blah. Well, actually, you're just
That's like
like,
the lawyer in her coming out, honey. That's just.
mhm.
Shall we get into some things?
Let's talk about some not fantastic television,
Some
Michelle.
not fantastic things at all. So, a mom was arrested after Instagram posts about 5-year-old daughter helping wax adult clients. A Tennessee woman who posted photos on Instagram that appear to show her 5-year-old daughter helping her apply wax to adult clients for hair removal has been charged with child neglect. The woman said in the post, which has since been deleted, that her daughter had participated in the waxing of 24 clients over a span of time that exceeded 8 hours, according to the arrest affidavit. And this was from ABC News. This is very creepy to me because it's like if I went to a salon to get a wax and a little 5-year-old girl walks her tiny little cute self in there, I would be like, sweetie, where's your mommy?
And then no, well, but the problem is that her mommy
Her
is like
mommy
right
is there.
here.
My first thing,
Apply the
but
wax.
whose child is this?
I
Yeah,
have
you're
a
not
very
gonna
simply
wax me. We're not gonna.
I'm not staying here.
I would leave immediately. I would think it was a joke or something. Initially, like, oh, okay, that's cute. Okay, can we? Where's the lady?
Yeah.
No,
Well, no, but the
you're.
lady's right there.
She's right there, but
This,
I'm like, my thing. Okay, that's cool. When do we start? And she's then like, no. Why
I,
would you do this?
I would very simply be, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like even if I were like at like a restaurant, like I don't want to see your kids. Now,
I
like it
don't.
is one thing to have like it's the family restaurant and like
Right.
sure the kids were. That's yeah. I guess
That's
I don't
cute.
mind, but yeah, not as no salons. I don't want. I don't
And
know.
not a
Mm-mm.
5 year
This is a
old.
place this is a place of refuge. This is a place where I am here to get made proper.
Yeah.
This is a place where adults come and do adult things and talk
Right.
about adult stuff. And
Right.
this is inherently a kid free zone. That's the point.
It's strange to like, because I've seen things like where like, yeah, like you were saying, like a restaurant, and like, like this family runs it, and like their 10-year-old shows you to your table. That's cute.
Yeah,
They're not working an
that's
8 hour
fine.
shift. I
And
mean, it's like if you want to have her there, like, and like, oh, like have her like there for like a cute little 20 minutes and then let her go. Like she
I mean, if she got to be there, she could be, but she can be up front with the receptionist and like
coloring.
give me coloring or maybe give the cucumber water.
Right. That would be adorable.
That's fine.
She doesn't really need to be out here like literally doing a 8 hour shift. That baby
Or
did an 8 hour shift of work. She
or
did
waxing at all.
24 o'clock. Like,
No,
what?
no.
Like I can get like I think I was looking at the story, or I was talking to Nicole about the story, and she was like the lady wanted to like her defense was like she wanted to like her to understand like how to work and like have like build like work ethic and all this kind of stuff. It's like she's 5.
Don't we do that with like this is how
She's
you wash the
5.
dishes. This is how the laundry
Clean
is
up
done.
your toys.
We
Make
can
your little
do
bed.
we can do allowances,
Right.
25 cents of garbage.
Something really simple. She's 5. She's not 17. She
Yeah.
does not need to actually be working. Like even at that age, like there's child labor laws. It's like you had a
Yeah.
5-year-old. I can't get over it. I don't understand who let her wax them either.
That's well, her mother let her wax it. That's why I'm kind of
But
like,
like the
is this
people.
but that well, yeah, I mean that but
That's
again, that's why I would fully just be like, honey, the reception desk is over there.
mm-hmm,
Or I don't know where the employee room is, but that's where you're gonna be.
mm-hmm.
Just like, is this like a chain? Is this just someone's house?
I think it was this woman's like I think it was an actual, place, but I
Like
think
a
it was
salon.
privately owned. Yeah, it was privately owned. I think it was she owned it, and it's like I want her to run this place one day. She's 5, baby.
She very well could run this place one day, and right now she needs to learn how to like put her toys away, probably.
Right. She needs to learn. She's learning colors and ABCs and putting
Yeah,
small words together right now. That's her whole life.
yeah.
That's it. She just needs to feel safe and happy. That's her whole world.
Again, 25 cents for throwing out the
Yep.
garbage. Like
Your
that's
tiny little garbage.
that. Yeah, that's the work
Right.
ethic that we
That's
can
it.
hit. Yeah,
That's all. That's you.
this is not. And then the waxing of it all. It's not
It's a
like
lot.
it's what it is not.
It's exactly that. No,
No,
absolutely not.
no.
Chrono working. It's a productivity hack that helps workers excel. So, chrono working enables employees to ditch standard office hours and pick schedules that match their personal chronotypes instead. And that is the natural time at which their bodies want to sleep. So there are 4 chronotypes according to according to American clinical psychologist and sleep doctor Michael Beerus. According to his surveys, 55% of people find peak productivity in the middle of the day between about 10 and 2. 15% are best suited for early mornings. 15% are better working late into the night, and 10% have a more erratic circadian rhythm, which can vary from day to day. What do you think is your chronotype, Sam?
I believe I am a 10% erratic day to day
Yeah.
type.
If you had like a remote style job, like when would you because I think this is what that works for. Obviously, if you have to be at work, if you're working in an office from 9 to 5, bitch, they don't care about your chronotype. You have to be here.
My
But if you could,
fantasy,
yeah.
noon to 4 or 2 to 6, anywhere between noon and 6, or like
Uh-huh.
honestly, anywhere like noon and 4 would probably be my like ideal. I have no problem working around those 4 hours. But in terms of like I have to be in an office at a desk, noon to 4 would be my optimum.
If you worked like remote and you got to kind of like with what I do, I can kind of like not completely choose because I have like meetings and stuff. They're like mandatory throughout the day. There's nothing I can do to move those, but like
Yeah.
all in all, I can kind of like vibe however I want to as long as it gets done. What would you like if you had like to pick like an 8 hour block?
10 to whatever 8 hours after 10
Like
is.
6. Yeah.
Yeah. 10 to 5:30 maybe, 10 to 5.
Yeah, that's
Not, I
cute.
guess that would be 9:30 to 5:30, whatever it is.
It depends on what kind of work I'm doing when I'm best suited for it. Like what I do now, I kind of feel the best actually early. Like
Yeah.
early. Like I mean, it's like 7. Like if I can start at 7, I usually have meetings around like 10, 11 sometimes. That's when they start getting started. So if I could get that solid like 3 hours before anybody's bothering me or talking to me, love it.
I do think that there are specific types. Like that is one of those things where under capitalism it just won't work.
Yeah, for
But
sure. You either have to have like a ton of flexibility or own your own business for the most part.
period, point blank.
Yeah.
It's just like ergonomic things. The body is shaped certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to preserve those natural shapes, the things that your body is going to use on a daily basis should be shaped this way to preserve your body. Chronotypes, yeah, I don't doubt that that's real. We just literally talked about how real I think it is.
Yeah.
How real you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
What is your chronotype? You said,
I feel like I work best if I can get everything done early. Like if I
yeah,
could start work, like even when we used to work together, there were on certain days I would come in at like 6:45 in the morning. I would be there
yeah,
and then just leave. Like I was
yeah,
out
yes,
by
but
like
in college, no, there's no way. There's just no way.
I would leave like at 2:30 on those days, and I would think to myself like, man, this is like ideal because it's so fucking quiet. I can get so much done, and I don't necessarily need 8 hours to get everything done because I'm not being distracted. So it's like I enjoy working distraction free because I actually don't have to work as much. I'm faster.
Now, interesting point. Because I've talked about the multitasking that has to happen at my job before.
Right.
And I find myself more efficient in that kind of environment.
When you're just kind of like going from thing to thing and
Thing to thing, and like now this pops up, and then you got to do that, and then okay, now I can come back to doing this. But oh wait, this has to happen. Like I remember last night at one point I had done something that my boss had asked me to do, and then he went to go like 5 minutes later, and then he was like, "Oh, you did it already," and I was like, "Yes, I did it already." And then in my mind I was like, "Oh wait, I did it already." Like,
right.
and it's like I remember the person who had my job before me, like I remember they used to say like they would time it out because there's a set checklist of work that my role has to do. Everyone who works during the day knows how to do the night stuff, and so this way if the night person can't do it, someone can come and do it. Set things every single day, same exact checklist, same exact duties.
Right.
Some of them it's very crucial that they get it done at night
Uh-huh.
because there's no time to do them any other time.
That makes sense.
But then like there have been times like I remember, oh my god, I remember some nights all of the things don't stop, and usually I start at like 10. Usually I'm able to have most of it done by like 1,
Uh-huh.
and then I can't start the next chunk until 2 a.m. because that's when like the next day starts for us. So
Right.
then I have to do the other half of the stuff. And some days I remember one night I couldn't start anything until 5.
5 a.m.
I couldn't start anything until 5
Why? You're just so busy?
because everything else was so busy. And it was like there are a couple
Oh.
things that have to be done before 2 that I was able to do
Uh-huh.
barely, but then anything else like I could, it was 5 a.m. I'm usually done at 6:30, and I that was when I was able to start, and then I like had to stay. I mean, I could have left, but I chose to stay at overtime.
Hey.
But it's also like if I did leave, then the people during the day, like, they have their own checklist that has to anyway, and with me, when I get there, I want it all done. I
Yeah.
don't I don't wanna stand here and twiddle my thumbs, but also if I don't finish it,
It's
I'm either staying late.
nerve-wracking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm either staying late or someone's gonna be really unhappy with me.
Yeah.
That is just my coworker, not even my boss, but, like, a coworker that I'm supposed to have their back, they
Comes
have my
in.
back.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like multitasking.
That's good to know about yourself though. And then
Pretty
because you
yeah.
can, even when you don't have to, you can find ways to kind of engage your mind with like secondary stimuli so you can focus better.
Kind of, but then the thing is if it's not like if I have some background noise or like music,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do the fun thing.
Oh yeah?
I'm gonna do the fun
You
thing.
just
I
switch
can't be
over?
serious. I can't be
Oh
serious. So
wow.
it's like I think there is a part of me that's like, if I have 7 different things going on at one time and they're all work,
Right.
I guess it's kind of like a game, and it's like I don't actually have time to look for something fun to do because I have to finish all of this stuff.
Right.
And
Oh, that's
I
funny.
and it's very and then it's just and like my efficiency just maximizes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's so
but
good.
if I don't have 50 million things going on, Michelle, I am a mess.
You're like, whatever. Your
I'm a
mind is like,
mess.
what is happening on Peacock right now?
And
Let's see that.
I'm gonna answer that question.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do any. That's just why writing sucks, Michelle.
I you know, I feel like for me, like I think like other things going on, I feel like now I'm probably more distracted than I've ever been. Like I look back at like college, like I could just literally tune people out who would be trying to talk to me. I'm like, I don't have time for you. I don't know you right now. Like just
Yeah.
block them completely out and just zone in. But like now I'm like, I think because it's like you have so many things happening outside. I think being home and working kind of throws me because
Okay.
it's like my mind is in two different places. There's still things like responsibility, like, oh shit, I got to get to that later. But if I do, can I do it now? Oh, I should look into that right now. Do they have that on Amazon? I do have to pick that up later. I wonder if they have it on Amazon. Like that's where it's like because I'm here and I'm remembering things. So I
Yeah.
think like when if I was like at work or at school or something, I can kind of just like, well, I'm here. There's nothing I can do about anything else anywhere else. So it's much easier to kind of just focus completely. And I think that's why getting up early before
Other people.
anyone else can be like, hey, what's going on? Remember I asked you to do that? It's not done.
That's to
Like
say, if anyone ever hires me, that is not permission for you to just like throw random shit at my face and be like,
right.
this is now on your lap. That's not how this works. That will not make me
Relax.
be efficient. That will make me mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
Very
It's not
specific.
inspiring.
I like a very specific set of rules.
I like that.
I love existing in this very specific set of rules,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like to get messy in that very specific set of rules.
That's real. Like
But you never
freestyle
particularly
a
get
little.
messy. Yeah, but you never particularly get messy because it's a
No,
very specific set of rules.
you just feel. Yeah, I like that. That's
Yeah.
good.
Honey, should we see if someone else is having fun? I haven't read this yet, so I don't actually know what a segue
Okay,
for it would
well,
be.
let's get into it.
We have in the early 2000s, I was a dancer. I managed to land a gig to go on tour with a pop girly at the time. Pop girly.
Mm.
I was having the time of my life. It was a huge commitment, though. It's a lot of time spent practicing. Being in such close quarters for so long, backup dancers either got close, started hooking up, or were low key enemies. You know, I love a housewife. Um, a guy I knew from dance class was going to be on the tour as well, so we became coworkers. During this time, I went from having a casual friendship with him to him becoming very fixated on me.
Ugh.
And then we go, for example. For example, one day I left the dance studio and headed to the library. As I was walking up to the door, this guy appears seemingly out of nowhere, runs ahead of me, and karate drop kicks the handicap button to trigger the door to open for me. He looked back at me, smiling, trying to see if I was impressed or amused. I wasn't. He stayed, leaving when I left. After that, we kept bumping into each other in quotation marks.
Uh-huh.
Why does it gotta get creepy?
It always does.
He was soft stalking me. The intent wasn't malicious or to be scary. He thought it was charming. He also seemed to think that constantly being around me would result in us falling for each other. I asked him to stop, and he would, and then start again.
Mm.
I was more annoyed than scared. I finally snapped at him, and he backed all the way off. He even stopped coming to dance class. I felt bad, but at the same time, didn't. It was enough. Honey, I just want to highlight. I felt bad, but at the same time didn't, because you shouldn't have
Mhm.
felt bad. You shouldn't have felt
No,
bad, and you should not
no.
let this person make you feel bad
Mm-mm.
for telling them that their behavior is sus.
Creepy as hell.
Um, One day during warm-ups in dance class, I blew out my knee. I screamed and fell to the ground crying. I was in pain and so embarrassed. I kept my head down. Everyone just stood there in shock staring at me. Someone picked me up and cradled me like a baby. I cried because of the pain and because I knew the injury was taking me off the tour. I was so disoriented. I didn't know who was holding me. It was the soft stalker.
Oof.
The most awkward, creepy, and bizarre moment of my life. If I could have run at that moment, I would have. But since I couldn't even stand, uh, I made him lay me down on the yoga mat. I waited for the ambulance on the ground. I waited for the ambulance on the ground. Uh, he stood and watched me until I was taken off. I stayed in the hospital for a small surgery, and the tour went on without me. He left a note with a mutual friend letting me know he'd dance for the both of us. We never crossed paths again, thankfully.
Soft stalker.
He'd dance for the both of us.
Mm, 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 mm. I'm dancing for you.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's creepy.
That's creepy.
I think it's sad that we have like levels of stalking, right? This is a soft stalking. This is a hard stalk. This is a medium. Like, that's sad.
Well, and it's like, how do you, like, I mean, this person said no.
Absolutely. Very clearly. I don't like you like that.
And it's like, I don't know. I feel like then, I mean, how would, so if someone stops talking to you and then they're like, and then you're like, absolutely not, this is not cool with me.
Right.
Like, would an apology and then just like existing in the same dance class be fine? Like moving forward, like you can still do the same dance class and like they keep over here, you keep like, would you still be comfortable being in the same space as them? Or would you not want them to be there?
I mean, I'm sure ideally I wouldn't want them to be there, but I think if, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I feel like societally, we have given men this idea that you can be like wearing women down is like a tactic. Like it's
Yeah.
fine. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we see it in cartoons, we see it on television. We grew up thinking that this was cute. Like it's cute. Like Steve Urkel, you know what I mean? Like it's cute. It's harmless. He's a nerd. What does he know? Like
That boy's picking on you because he likes
yeah,
you.
all that kind of stuff. So it's like I think that's why there's kind of some room where you if you're like I'm going to be very clear with you. This is not it. I'm
Hmm.
not I don't want this from you. I don't like you like that. So I think if for me if I told someone that I was really clear and then they stopped, I would accept that.
Yeah.
Because there's a slight chance it's conditioning and they don't fucking get it. But
Yeah.
once you're very clear like that, and if it doesn't stop, then you know for sure this person is trying to be malicious. Because so I feel like there's a chance that some people just don't get it. And so if I think if someone was doing that to me and then I was like, no, absolutely the fuck not.
Hmm.
And then they're like, okay. And they go the hell away. I think that I could work with that.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had friends, I can't think of any particular examples that like had a similar situation and then at some point they iterated that they were not interested and
Right.
then like the person took note, stayed away, and then at some point I mean I literally cannot think, I'm probably making this up, but I feel like I've seen this, I feel like I've had friends before where and then it was just kind of like, just not a thing.
Right.
That person kept their distance and
Yeah.
everyone's
I
in the same class and
yeah.
uh yeah, I would, but also, bro, like, don't cradle her like a baby.
Right.
I understand the like knee-jerk reaction to want to help, especially since you clearly like this person. But
Yeah,
this person that you clearly like has told you that the best way to like them is to leave them alone.
yeah. Like call the
So,
ambulance. Like stay there. Keep an eye. That's fine.
or it sounds like we're in a whole class. So I'm pretty sure that the whole class,
It's fine. There's a teacher. They know what to do.
yeah.
They've seen this sort of thing. They can work this out. Don't
Cradle.
touch me.
Don't touch me.
That sucks too because it's like you can't even get away and there's so like they're saying there's so much pain. You're
Yeah.
disoriented. Like, yeah, you don't even know what the hell is happening. You just feel like you're like about to black out. Now you're floating, you know?
Yeah. And now you're floating, and then you look up
Like
and it's a
shit,
nightmare. Yeah.
shit.
Um
Put me down.
Soft stalking. I mean, this is kind of like the other day we had the with the cell phone and the texter and the work wife.
Yeah.
The work wife.
Y'all need to back up.
Have you seen that movie Obsessed? The
With Beyonce,
Beyonce Idris
yes,
Elba.
in the movie theater, honey,
So I saw it recently.
for the first
Maybe I
time.
watched. Yeah, maybe I watched it around like
Ooh.
Halloween because I remember thinking like, why didn't I watch this? Like, why didn't I watch this when it came out?
Yeah, for sure.
Because like I like Fatal Attraction, so like it
It's
is what I would want.
yeah.
And now the movie itself I didn't love, but the end of that movie is such a blast and a hoot.
Yeah.
And like I just don't understand. But I guess maybe because I'm like naturally just a scared person. So
Mm-hmm.
like the second that I'm feeling like fucked with,
Right.
I'm very good at like stopping that.
Right.
So then just because I'm like, no, I'm not entertaining it.
Yeah.
What I'm not doing
Is that?
is entertaining this.
Mm-mm.
I'm not, there's not, no,
Not on any planet.
no. The
No.
second that I feel single white female energy, we push it off.
Yes.
It is not, it is not.
Was it always like that for you? Like even when you were younger?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always kind of been that way.
That's good.
Even with like haunty stuff, like have you been haunted or like
Haunted?
affected by a ghost in the spiritual
Oh,
realm?
honey. Yes.
I like I'm like pretty good, I think, knock on wood, that where I can just be like, not today. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Just please let me just come over here and do this thing that I have to do.
Right. Just respect that space, sweetie.
And
Keep it
for the
moving.
most part,
We could have a whole nother podcast on hauntings, honey.
we
Like
should
the things I have seen, Samuel.
really.
Bitch, yes.
I've only had like a couple of experiences, but
I
that's because I'm very like I said, I'm very quick to be like, nah, and I do scare pretty easily, so I'm very quick to just I'm not even going to entertain this.
I lived in a haunted house. The first house I grew up in was fucking haunted. We
Really,
lived there till I was 10. Yeah.
I lived in a haunted apartment my second year of college.
Oof.
And it was bad. Um, Haunted house for 10 years.
Yeah.
Can you give
So
me like a quick is there a quick?
a quick story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll give you this one. I told this one to a friend recently. We so you've heard of shadow people? Have you heard of shadow people?
Probably.
So
Maybe a reader's digest here.
basically like kind of like exactly what it sounds like. If you know you walk past a door or a wall, you cast your own shadow, right?
Yeah.
Think about seeing that and there's no one there.
No.
Just
I would like to not.
So there was a night. My dad was at work. It was nighttime. We were there with my mom. I think it was me, the youngest boy in my family, the younger brother, and my youngest sister. So it's three kids and my mom. The shadow people we saw were so well defined. My mom thought someone was in the house. They were scurrying around. We would get into one room. You would see like something kind of like dart into it. My mom grabbed a gun. We're sitting with the gun until my dad gets back from home. Like just legit, like not even just like you see something through the corner of your eye, that kind of thing. Just fully formed. Who the fuck is in my house energy? No one's there. No, it was literally, we were all crying. just scared to death.
How did it? It didn't stop. You had to move out.
Oh yeah, it never stopped. Like we don't even go around that neighborhood anymore. That's how bad it is, Sam. Like it's a very central area in LA. It's a really cute little area.
Can you tell me? No. Can
I
you?
could
I want to know.
we can cut it out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That
I
was
don't
our
like that.
bonds.
I don't like that neighborhood. When
It's
I said I don't like, that's about the
yeah,
and I don't like it. Yeah.
yeah. That's the area. We don't even go over there anymore. It's too many bad memories. We've passed the house. I've seen it maybe like 3 or 4 times as an adult. I have dreams about it where I'm back in the house and I can't get out.
No.
It's like you feel like the house is pulling you back. It's like a whole thing. Like I will never. The shit we saw, like you could take me anywhere and I'll survive it. I swear. Like I'm not scared of anything after growing up in that house. Like, bitch, please. I felt something like tap me. I'm like, stop.
What are we doing? What are we doing
Are
here?
you doing this again?
Yeah,
This
I like
tired little tapping thing.
Oh, tap me.
Ooh.
Bitch,
get a knife. Like
get a knife, honey. Make it float. And then we can talk.
Till then, step your pussy up.
I never saw the being, but it did try to choke me and it did talk to me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But then I don't know if it was but then I'm like, was it sleep paralysis or not?
Yeah.
And then there were a couple of other things that had happened just with like the TV or like lights thing and like sounds. And then one of my I had 2 roommates. It was one day I will tell the tale on the podcast. I would tell you personally, but on the podcast, maybe for Halloween.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll have to do like a ghost story thing.
Mm.
But yes, all this to say, even in that realm, for the most part, I'm pretty good at like, I'm not doing this.
Right.
This is not going to be done to me. This is not going to be done at me.
Right.
Yeah, I would very quickly just be like, what this is making me uncomfortable.
You need to stop.
Yeah, because if you don't stop, either you make it to where I don't see this shit again.
Always comes back to it.
Or I will.
Yeah. I'm better now that I'm older, but when I was younger, I was like trying to be too nice. And now I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, and I think we
don't
need to
care.
I think we need, because I have other friends, and when like we talk about like setting boundaries and stuff. And granted, I also wasn't super great at setting boundaries. Now I'm like pretty good at it. Yeah. And that's one of those things where that's why I was like, we need to highlight this when she says, what did she say? She felt bad, but then she like, oh yeah. He even stopped coming to class. I felt bad, but didn't at this. You shouldn't feel bad.
Ever.
Like if this person is an adult and can be like, I'm so sorry. Thank you for telling me that. I will stop. And then we can both like, coexist in this class separately. Great. If that person cannot maintain and like needs to not go to class, well, then that's what that person needs to do.
That's what you need to do.
But you don't, that is officially none of your business.
That is not you, sweetie. You did what you had to do.
Stand in your power and know that.
Seriously.
And that's what we should just teach people. Boundaries are important. It's actually not a big, bad, scary thing.
No, it's not.
One. It's actually pretty nonchalant. It actually doesn't even need to really be a thing.
It's super chill. You can just, hey, don't like that. Can we do it like this next time?
Yeah, just like, please don't touch me.
Yeah.
That's literally, you don't need to know why.
Nope.
Or, don't stalk me at the library.
Don't do it. I don't need that.
That's not what we're doing here.
No.
Not what we're doing here.
We are not.
Honey.
So,
Advice.
do you want to do the... Oh, do you want to...
what were you going to do? No, you do it. I'll do it.
You do it.
If you have a story, you can email it to us at workplacecomedy@gmail.com, WERKplacecomedy. You can send it with a Yahoo Mail account if you want to be anonymous. We don't care. Make it up. You can DM it at Workplace Comedy on Instagram. Again, E still applies. Or to myself, Sam Everett Baker, or Miss Michelle O at the Michelle O on the gram. Michelle is at the Michelle O on the TikTok.
Yep.
I am Sam Everett Baker on TikTok, but again, I don't really know how it works. So you could DM me, but I doubt I will be able to find it. Yeah.
It doesn't know where it goes.
Because the notifications on TikTok, I'm just like, I don't understand how there are so many notifications on the I don't.
You're like, I'm not on here. What are you notifying me on?
Nobody follows me. Like, how could I have so many notifications? I don't understand how it works. Workplace comedy podcast. E still applies. Podcast at the end. On TikTok is us.
Nice.
Couldn't tell you where to find the DM, but go follow
do
and like and share. Follow, like, and share.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Follow, like, and share.
It's like choreography.
Follow, like, and share. I spent a lot of time on Canva. Follow, like, and share.
It looks fantastic.
Thank
Check
you,
it out.
Canva, iMovie, captions by Michelle. The captions are just it's hard. It's hard. So please go watch the videos.
Are a whole situation.
Please go watch the videos and literally just to read the captions because
it's effort.
It's hard. It is challenge. My advice is
go off.
You have permission to set boundaries, honey.
Yes, you do. No is a full sentence.
No is absolutely a full sentence.
Absolutely.
You should feel confident to set your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You should feel confident in respecting those boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And we shouldn't have to really particularly question either end of it.
Not at all.
That's it.